so. Now they should be able to hear us right now. There's Joe. Yeah, that's good. We turned off the sound to the computer so it don't echo. Okay, now come on. I'm trying to get all these buttons pushed and they don't want to go. All right. Wrong one, Cliff. And there we go. Well, we got the music started right that time, but it took us a little while to get us on there. So, hey, it's this and that. I'm that, and you're this. So we just got done with evening service, church. Have you ever watched the movie series, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest does this and Ernest?
I maybe seen one of them. I don't get into silly.
It's kind of comedy and everything. Well, I think on Ernest Goes to Jail, he does a scene and he's sitting in a courtroom and he's got a pen in his mouth and he's chewing on a pen and everything, and all of a sudden it starts leaking over everything. I got ink all over my hands tonight. I picked up a pen and I'm like, if there's ink all over, what a mess! It was leaking everywhere. I don't know if you, I don't know if you can see that. See the ink? I wiped a lot of it off, but yeah, I had an inky mess. I could just see myself, putting that all on my face and stuff. I feel like
I would laugh at you.
I kind of feel like Ernest. We're supposed to have some storms tonight.
Yeah, we had that when that tornado went through. We got another lightning strike. It seemed like our lightning we attracted here at the church.
Yes, we did at the church. We had Joe turn the sound down.
I turned down too much.
Yes, you did.
All right, let me turn it back up. Right.
Keep there. I want to see yellow. Yellow. You're yellow.
There you go. How's that better?
No, you're still down a little bit.
All right.
Can I see it?
There you go. Is that too much?
Well, actually, I don't see you in the yellow still, but I hear you better. Yeah.
All right. See, now it's red.
On that it's red, but I'm on here. It's just.
You don't want the clip though.
Clip. Okay, this and that. I usually put you on my phone as usual. I do have my phone. I can't see comments. Where do you?
See them right here.
Shouldn't I?
Comments. This comes up here
shouldn't I be able to see it on this thing?
I don't know.
I think there's like a view, and don't it say comment, status bar, disc, always on top? I don't see it. Docs, stats, YouTube channel, chat, right there. See there?
Yep.
And I hit it on there, and it's a white. There we go. And then it says to sign into chat. Well, now it's asking for all these things. I'm not going to go through all that trouble, but I am going to get that fixed up so we can just see it right here when you chat. Is anybody watching? Can you see that? Joe?
I just hello to you.
Oh, what is anybody watching right now? Is it what I'm asking you?
There's one. I don't
know. Is that one you?
That one's me.
Well, I'm getting ready to come on too. So will that make it two?
Probably.
All right. Well, here's this and that.
One is two.
All right. Here it is. It's clucking right here. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Clucking. We got chickens. Speaking of clucking.
I didn't realize how much had damage that going back to our tornado chat. How much damage it had done. They upgraded it to an F2 also.
Yes, all the way when you turn off on the 256 to go to Kent, all the way down through there, all the way to the church.
It looked like it followed 256 through.
Just right down the line. And the odd thing was the family rally was going on. It started Wednesday,
right?
And the storm was Wednesday night, and I didn't think they would have the rally. I thought, well, it's going to be canceled because of all this damage. But they had electricity.
I asked Brian about that. He said one limb is all that fell in their parking lot. Just one limb.
One limb.
And everything around them, all the houses around them had electricity, and trees fell down all around them. But there at the family rally, they had electricity, and one limb fell down. It's like, the Lord was watching out for them.
It was really weird. So we made it on Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, and Friday evening. We got there about 5:30. They had great food and great messages, great spiritual food.
I didn't make it out Wednesday. I was marrying a couple down on
Did would been on would your wife think of you getting married?
She went down there with me and helped.
So you got married, or
I married a couple.
you married a couple? So how many you got? 3 wives, 2 wives, or what?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean you performed a ceremony?
performed a
Oh,
ceremony.
you didn't get married. You performed a ceremony.
I performed a ceremony.
Where'd you do that at?
Right underneath the bridge
On
in that park.
Indiana side.
Indiana side.
You know, I've done weddings in a lot of weird places. I've done a wedding in Bloomington, Indiana,
Yeah.
the Hanover College.
Yep.
I've done one in Greensburg. I did one at the Y in Versailles at the Christmas display that was well known by everybody.
Right.
I did one in the out towards Henryville. There's a state forest out there. I can't think what that's called, but a horseback wedding. The people were on horseback. I did the wedding there. I have not done it. I have not done any underwater
Really? The
weddings.
simplest one I ever did was they didn't really want much wording. It was just, do you take her? Do you take him? Yes, yes. Kiss each other and hand each other rings. That was the only ceremony they wanted.
Really?
Okay.
Do you? I do. Do you? I do. You did. We did. They did.
That's all they wanted. Okay.
You know, people are leaving God out more and more. I've noticed even funerals, preachers not even having a preacher preach at a funeral. They go there, they gather, everybody meets and chats like a visitation,
Right.
and they even have food sometimes, and then that's it. I mean,
I know.
no prayer, no messages, no nothing. I don't know what I think about that.
Well, you told me when you went to a funeral one time and the preacher was talking about the guy, and you all looked to see if that's the same person.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. I know it is.
People were standing up out of their seat and stretching their necks to look in the casket to see if that was who he was talking about,
Okay.
because the guy was not a saint at all, and the preacher preached him right into heaven.
Okay.
He was not heaven material. That's sad. I shouldn't laugh. That is.
No,
It's really
I
sad.
understand, but yeah.
But it was just like, okay.
Because my mother talked about her dad being the same way. He was not heaven material with my grandpa. I never met him, but when he preached his funeral was preached a very similar way that the preacher did the same thing for him.
Heaven material.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to preach my own funeral.
Oh yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be something weird.
Just like right now we're on here. I'm going to use this. I'm actually going to use this program, and I think I'm going to record it. I think I'm going to start it out that if you're watching this with a group of people, this is not good.
I'm probably expired.
That means I'm dead. If you're watching this with a group of people, this is not a good situation. That's the way I'm going to start it off.
About our luck, we'll have a storm the night before us.
Yeah, storm. Are you scared of storms?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. So, if a
It's even bad. The tornado even came as close to our house within about 1,000 feet that night, because one of the storm indicators, they used Orchard Street there in Madison, which is where the post office is on the hilltop.
Yeah.
There was a tree that was knocked down there, and that was one of the damage indicators when the National Weather Service came through. I heard the tornado warning come through on my phone. I woke up because I heard it. And Bonita and Megan and Faith all was still asleep. Now Scott lives 2 houses down from me, and he got up and went and
he took cover.
He took cover, and I'm looking at I don't know if you know what a hook echo is.
Yes.
Okay, I could see the hook echo.
Looks like a hook.
Yeah, I could see it on my phone because I got a Storm Spotters app that it's used, and I could actually see it, but I wasn't afraid of, because it was there. You could see it, but it didn't look that developed, anyway. And I'm watching it, and by the time it got over the Madison area, it looked like it was dissipating. And you could see it more defined over the Kent area or whatever. And I should have taken it a little more serious, because I didn't realize it was near as bad as it was. And then when I seen the damage Thursday, when I did go to Kent, to the family rallies, my goodness, it was much worse than what I should have taken it more serious. In other words, what I'm trying to say.
So when you have a tornado warning, do you usually take cover anywhere, or do you?
I usually try to watch where the inflows and outflows is, because that program will show you the inflow and outflow, and you can see where this rotation is. And if it's close to me, yes. If it's not, maybe I should be more, you know,
Well,
cognitive of my surroundings or
so
whatever.
so I was camping in the Clifty State Park
Right.
campground, and Karen and I, just that night, you could just feel it in the air. We just knew something was coming. We knew that the storms were coming, and
It was
we
what, about
watched,
4
we
o'clock in
listened
the
to the
morning?
radio, we
3:30?
watched TV, we tried to stay awake because I mean we're in a little camper, and so uh, we just about ready to fall asleep and everything, and then the phone went off. So it did work on the phone, which I was very grateful for, and people were starting to go to the restrooms buildings out of their campers, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that. So let's go to the end. I said, we got time. I mean, the warning just went off. They usually try to give you 10, 15 minutes ahead of time. So we jumped in the car and we went down to the Clifty State Park Inn.
Right.
And when we got in there at the campground, you don't get internet or nothing. So I immediately hooked up to their internet at the inn, and then I put on Chris Phillips. Have you heard of Chris Phillips? He's my man, my weatherman here.
I usually watch Reed Trimmer.
I shared it with everybody. Chris Phillips, he's kind of local and stuff. And so when I got in there, I turned it on, and Chris Phillips says there's a tornado, and it's hitting straight downtown Madison, and it should be arriving in 7 minutes. And so that's when I said, well, let's go down to the lower level. That level 1's underground on that one side. And so that's where we went. And a lot of people came in there. And while we were in the hallway there, the lights flickered and went off and on about 3-4 different times, and they stayed off. And we stayed there, half an hour, 20 minutes, and they finally gave the all clear. We went outside, and there's big branches, and not small, I mean big branches and things laying all over the place. So it was kind of bad there. I thought about going down the hill to the south gate to go check the church, and I just decided I'm not going to be able to get down that because all the branches that were already down along at the end.
56 was closed. It still was like Friday. It was still closed.
Yeah. So what we did is we went back to the campground and checked. My camper was still upright, and everything at the campground looked good. So I said, well, let's go on down to the church. This was probably 4:30, 4:45. It started about 3:15, 3:30.
Yeah.
And I'd say it was probably 4:30, 4:45 when we got to the church. But as I drove down, I was going to take Michigan Hill Road, and I started going down that, and a car came towards us, and it flashed its lights on and off. And I thought, well, we can't go down that either then, evidently. So I just turned around, and we went down 421, and it was dark. Madison downtown was just pure black. Nothing worked. And then we went across the bridge. It was all dark there. And
We're getting ink on you again.
I don't know what I'm doing here. So I turned towards the church, and there's a lot of things on the road, a lot of leaves and small twigs and everything. I thought, great, we just got hit with a tornado 2 years ago, and we can't get no insurance. So if it hit the church, we was just going to have to put up a tent or patch it up if it's enough to patch up. But luckily, we survived. Other than the
when it is a little more east of us, a little south.
Yeah. Well, I think there was more than one tornado because there was damage on the hilltop clear by the little putt golf, the Cozy Acres. That's what I'm trying to think of. There was a lot of big branches down at Cozy Acres and stuff there. And then I seen it on the hilltop here in Milton, and back there were some. And over there on downtown,
some of that,
I guess it could have hopped.
Well, it could be rear flank downdraft. You're familiar with that term?
Who is it?
It's called rear flank downdraft.
Never heard of it.
Okay, I thought you was a weather spotter. I'm teasing you. It's the backside of the tornado has when it wraps the hook echo. Where the hook is, it's the rear part of the echo. That's called the rear flank downdraft. It's a lot of air, and it can be strong, very strong winds too, and that can be the backside of the tornado. Even though the tornado is right here, all that inflow from the backside, that's called the rear flank downdraft.
Oh,
and those winds are actually feeding the funnel, and there can be, if if it's an F2, the winds can be 130 miles an hour roughly. They say, well, the inflow can be 70, 80 miles an hour inflow, and that can cause as much damage.
Yeah. So I always thought tornadoes blew things. It actually sucks in.
Yeah.
I always thought it blew out.
Well, haven't you ever watched videos?
So it actually does suck in on one side and blow out on the other.
Yeah. Well, watch a lot of tornado videos.
Oh, I do.
If you watch them as it approaches, you'll watch trees blow towards it.
Right.
And because that's the inflow. And then when it hits it, then you'll see it go the opposite way. You'll see damage both ways.
It's kind of like a hurricane, isn't it? When it approaches, it's blowing one way, and then it goes into the eye, and it's calm, and it goes the other side, it blows the other way.
Yeah, but if you watch tornado videos, just watch.
Yeah.
You'll see trees blow towards it.
Well, that's actually when I discovered that. Hey, it ain't blowing; it's sucking in. That's watching them videos. I like, wow, look at that. That is some powerful. It can pull up cars, and it's kind of scary. So you're not scared of storms. I
respect them, but I'm not afraid of them.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I'm not scared of storms, but I do respect them. I do believe that I do take shelter. If there's a tornado warning, I live in a modular home. It's kind of like a trailer. They're kind of slapped together. And if it's a tornado for Jefferson County, I'm out of there, and I look for a better building to be in. And then wherever I get, I try to see, okay, is it in my part of the county or in the opposite end of the county? I don't even know where it's at. All I know it's Jefferson County. Sometimes it'll say Canaan, and Canaan's a big area too,
Right.
So it is kind of interesting. But
that next morning, I had an appointment to get my truck worked on, and I didn't realize that all this was happening. This was happening about a little after about 3:20 or something. So at 8:00, I drove over to the mechanics where I was having it worked on, and they didn't have any electricity. And I said, "Oh no!" Well, anyway, they still worked on it, and they called me about 1:00. And when I got there, their electric. I go, "How long you been without electricity?" He go, "They turned it on 15 minutes ago." And he said, "We still got it fixed for you."
Jackson says, "Need you to a rain dance to get rid of the tornadoes." Can you see it? Mine's blocked. So
right
read it because mine's blocked a little bit.
Need you to do a rain dance to get rid of the tornadoes or the
buddy
neighbors.
Jackson, if it would get rid of them, I would do it. I don't care how stupid I'd look. I'd do whatever it takes. I don't like storms, and I'm fascinated by them, but I don't like the damage they do. And was
there any damage over in Switzerland County, or was you?
Yes, there was
you
actually.
at church camp still, Jackson, or was you at home?
You're talking to Jackson. I thought you was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at camp. What did it get kind of hairy over there at Camp Jackson? If you were there, did anybody go into the tornado shelters there? I'd kind of be curious to that. And I'm kind of curious. I know nobody's listening, or those who do listen, they never comment, but. Right. And I'll say, please comment. Are you scared of storms? Just yes or no. I'm scared of storms. I take shelter. I don't take shelter. What do you think about tornadoes? Just give me your opinion.
I have chased at least two because we have weather nets because I'm an amateur radio operator, and usually Scott, my son, will be the net control a lot of times. And he actually brought up a net at 3:00 or 3:30. Well, about 3 when the tornado warning first came out, and
it says that I'm at home. Here, you read it. I got a heart in the way.
I'm at home currently, but haven't heard of any damage at camp.
So he must have not been there that Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So I can't remember if camp was going on that week or not.
No, they did earlier that week because we had the first and second grade Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, so this week camp's not going on, but it's weekend. It's a weekend camp, so that kind of threw me off too. I was like, "There's no camp." I'm kind of confused. And then
you have that board meeting tomorrow night.
They're actually, camp board meeting tomorrow night. I would love to go to that, but unfortunately I can't because I'm prepping for a colonoscopy.
Oh
and
boy,
so
that's what everybody wants to hear.
I'm just can't get off the pot to go. Oh, pleasant days.
Done that.
But I do. If you could let me know what happens or what you find out, I would love to know. I'm excited that big things are going to happen at camp. I want to know how big this building, I don't know what you call it. It's big.
Multi-purpose building that we're going
I
to.
want to know how big that's going to be. I hope it's I hope it's big like Kent.
I think it's going to be phase 3.
Yeah, you
I
told me
believe
that.
that's when-
I hope it's going to be big like the Kent building right there. That's
Right.
so we can have lots of things in there. But of course, you know, the bigger it is, the more there is to heat
Right.
and to light up and to do all these things. But it also, though, that
Opens up more things that you can do.
you can do, and it invites more people, which generates more income to pay for that kind of stuff. So,
Yep.
so think big. Always think big.
Yep.
Think big. All right. So,
I think it's been a pretty good show.
well, it was interesting. It was
We spoke more about the weather, but
well, I'm debating: do I go home or do I just stay here till the storm passes by?
What times? Well, we're under a watch until 12 o'clock tonight.
Till midnight. But what I seen, I'm looking at the radar. It's supposed to get here about 9:30. Between 9:30 and 10, it's 8 right now.
Right.
How much do you have to talk about?
You want to talk till 9 o'clock? I don't know.
Yeah, let's stay on here till the storm comes.
Oh yeah.
And then we can get the camera and chase it. You know, we can.
I've chased.
We could show people though in live time, like.
You remember? I think it was in 2024 when one hit over in the Cross Plains area and there was a horse that was killed.
Yes,
I actually chased that one.
I actually took shelter at that one. I went to my nephew's house right there on State Road 129.
Yeah.
Used to be the Hey Diddle Diddle Daycare or something right there. That house that they got used to be that, and they got a basement, so you could hear it. You could hear it actually.
But when it was over the Proving Ground area. What was kind of funny was Bonita was when she had a broken leg, but they let her go back to work for about 6 weeks to see if she could do it, and she was at Kroger, and we went under a tornado warning and they locked the door and wouldn't let anyone else walk in, and right at the second when we went into a tornado warning. So I go, I'm gonna chase that thing, and Scott there again. He was at home and he brought up a weather net. So at that time it was a Wirt area, so I ran out to Wirt, and I could see the rotation. So by the time I got there, it had gone over the Proving Ground, and I was it was just far enough away. I couldn't hold my camera and drive at the same time, my phone. But I was chasing.
Well, these guys that are chasing these storms, how do they keep the internet? How do they keep cell service? I mean, just some of the cell phone they're getting.
Yeah, they just use their cell phone.
I mean,
piggyback off of it or use it as a. That's how most of it.
Back in the day, before we had streaming and satellites and all that, because there's rarely regular TV anymore, and now it's digital. But before it was digital, you used to be able to set your TV up as a tornado detector. Using the static and everything, you use an off channel. And I used to have stuff on that. And I used to use that all the time. And if a tornado came within 25 miles, it generated a frequency that would make that snow real snowy or something. It did something. It's been so long, I forgot.
Exactly.
But did you ever hear that?
Yeah. You put it on channel 3 or 4.
You put it on one channel, then you adjust it brightness and stuff, and then you go to like channel 13 or something.
Yeah, I remember vaguely something that we do something.
But that's way gone. That was back in yesteryear. Things have changed since then, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've lost all our audience, so I guess we better wrap this thing up.
Yeah, but taking in for a landing right now.
I had a bunch of pictures too, and I didn't even get them out or anything.
I got to talk about pictures. Jackson, if he's still watching, I'm going to upload those to you. Those camp pictures and those drone pictures for you.
I had a picture of Matt, and yeah, we'll show them next time. I'll have to dig them out. I've got a lot of memory sticks here. Look at all these memory sticks, and they have got a lot of camp pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff on them, as well as my relatives. And there's a funeral one in here, and I'm not going to go through it.
My mother, she always thought taking pictures at funerals was kind of morbid.
You know, that things have changed a lot with that.
Yeah.
You know, I've took pictures for a family, gave me a camera, said, will you take pictures for us? And I'm like, okay. And that was really weird for me. It was really weird. Back when I was a kid, when you went to a wedding, you did not take pictures during the actual ceremony. That was a no-no. Today, everything goes.
I know.
But that's how much things have changed. So I remember as a kid, I had a Polaroid camera. Remember those? The big flash, it would melt the plastic, and then the
And
picture would
back
come
on the
out,
bottom.
and then you get the picture out and you wave it around, and, and you
I
keep
remember.
looking at it.
You can get those. You can still get like children's versions of those.
Yeah. So that's what I used at my sister's wedding, and I was taking pictures during the ceremony. I was getting some looks, but I was a little kid, and
remember.
I didn't understand, so I wasn't supposed to be doing that. That was very disrespectful.
Yep, I remember.
All right, and it's been such a busy week. I haven't had a chance to make an outro video, and I just when will we ever get it done? I don't know. Okay, we must take off.
All right.
I love you, Joe.
Love you too.
And all this and all that too, and all you who've listened and will be listening, let us know. Are you scared of storms? Join me. Are you more like me, or are you more like Joe? Oh, well, I hope not. Anyway. Is that what she said? Really? I can hear the music. I guess we're talking over music. Why don't we see the video? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
All right. Talk to you later. Subscribe.
All right. Talk to you later. Subscribe. Bye.
Bye.